Hi everybody, it's Wendy from Cinnamon Sweet Shop. Today I'm going to be making a triple chocolate truffle cake. Now this is a flourless cake, so it is gluten-free, and I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit healthier. Not that this is healthy by any means, but it will be less bad for you. So here I have some semi-sweet chocolate chips, bittersweet chocolate chips, and white chocolate chips. And that is your triple chocolate. This is not a vegan recipe by any stretch because we're using eggs, a lot of eggs. So here I have 8 eggs. Now in place of butter, and of course you could use some unsalted butter, but I'm going to be using some Smart Balance. Again, not a vegan recipe, but the Smart Balance is a healthier fat than the dairy butter. I'm also going to be using a high fat milk. And in this case, I'm using a coconut milk. You can use any kind of high fat milk. You could even use heavy cream because we are going to be making a pourable chocolate glaze with this. A little bit of salt. And you're going to need a 9-inch round pan. And I sprayed it real well with a cooking spray. And then I lined it with parchment paper as well. And then sprayed that as also. In a double boiler, melt the semi-sweet chocolate chips and the butter. Let the chocolate mixture cool for a bit, and in the meantime, whip up with the beater attachment in your mixer the eggs and the salt. And you want this to whip up to nice volume, so it'll probably take about 5 minutes. This is whipped until it's doubled in size. Now in thirds, we're going to just gently fold in the eggs into the chocolate mixture. Pour the mixture in the prepared pans. I'm just going to smooth this out with the spatula a little bit. To bake this cake, we're going to be doing what is known as a water bath, and I'm going to put this pan into another pan a little bit bigger, and with very hot water, pour it around the sides just about 1 inch up. And the purpose of doing this is to create a steam, so when it's baking, the moisture will make the truffle cake really, really nice in texture. Bake this in a 325-degree oven for about 40 minutes. You can tell when the cake is done because it's a little bit cracked on top and it's starting to pull away from the edges. Just going to let this cool down to mostly room temperature. It could still be a little bit warm. The cake's pretty much cool at room temperature. So now I'm going to take some plastic wrap and just cover the pan real well with it and refrigerate this for about 3 to 4 hours. You could even do this overnight if you would like and finish this up tomorrow, but I'm in a hurry to eat this, so I'm just going to do it for 3 to 4 hours and it will firm up a lot more. After the cake's been chilled, we're going to unmold it, and I have it on a cookie sheet with a tray underneath it. So to unmold it, I'm going to go around the sides with a knife, which I had already done, and carefully remove the parchment. To make the chocolate ganache, simmer your cream or milk and pour it on top of the bittersweet chocolate. I'm using an offset spatula and I'm going to pour the chocolate just on the top. Not all of it at first. I'm just going to see how much of this I need because You probably will have some left over. And just spread it around. It should drip down the sides a bit. That's what you want it to do. Makes it look nicer. I had so much chocolate left over, I decided just to cover the whole cake. Looks really good too. Let this stand in the refrigerator for another 30 minutes and then we're going to finish up this cake. Now I refrigerated this enough to let it firm up some, but not completely. And I'm going to finish this off by using the white chocolate chips. If you don't have white chocolate chips, you could just buy a white bar of chocolate and shave it off, use shavings. Or, I mean, this is a triple chocolate truffle cake, but if you wanted to make this a double chocolate truffle cake and not use the white chocolate, you could put berries on top or nuts on top as well. So I just want to pile these chips around the center mostly. And the last thing I'm going to do to make it look even nicer is I'm going to drizzle some melted chocolate on top. Now, if you don't have a cone, again, you can use a pastry bag or you can even use a Ziploc bag and cut off the tip. So if you want to make this yourself, don't forget to check out my website below, cinnamonsweetshoppe.com. Subscribe to this channel for all my other videos and recipes and baking tips and travel and much more. I'm on Periscope at CinSweetShoppe. Again, that link is below as well. See you next week.